Greetings, we'll cover a few details about Ginger Rogers and his life in a succinct manner. Here is a short rundown of his early years, education, career, persona, notable works, honors and accolades, legacy, and demise. In the heyday of Hollywood, Ginger Rogers was an American actress, dancer, and singer. She appeared in musical RKO films with Fred Astaire in the 1930s and won an Academy Award for Best Actress for her leading part in Kitty Foyle, 1940. Her career continued throughout the 20th century in theater, radio, and television. Also known as Virginia Catherine McMath, famous as actress and dancer, best known for her film Kitty Foyle. Born July 16, 1911, Independence, Missouri, United States. Died April 25, 1995, Rancho Mirage, California, United States. Father, William Edens McMath. Mother, Lela Emmeguin. Spouses, Jack Pepper, Lou Ayres, Jack Briggs, Jacques Bergerac, William Marshall. Cousin, Phyllis Fraser. Books, Ginger. Height, 1.64 meter. Ginger Rogers was the lone child of William Edens McMath, an electrical engineer, and Lela Emmeguin, when she was born Virginia Catherine McMath in Independence, Missouri. She resided with her mother and grandparents following the divorce of her parents. Later, her mother wed again to John Logan Rogers, and they made their home in Fort Worth, Texas. She was a student at Central High School in Fort Worth, Texas, but she dropped out to play on stage at Majestic Theater, where her mother was also active. After winning a dancing competition, she started performing on stage, for the first time in 1926. After that, she performed at the Oregon Theater, known as the Criterion. She joined the vaudeville group Ginger and Pepper, and made her Broadway musical debut on December 25, 1929, in the production of Top Speed. She made a cameo appearance in Montabelle's 1930 picture, Young Man of Manhattan, which was released in May. "Cigarette Me, Big Boy," one of her movie conversation lines, quickly gained popularity. She portrayed Polly Rockwell in the musical comedy Queen High, which was directed by Fred C. Neumeyer, later in 1930. She appeared on Broadway in Girl Crazy, The Sap from Syracuse, and Follow the Leader that same year. She appeared as Marie Morgan in the 1932 mystery movie The 13th Guest from the United States. She also appeared in the movies Hat Check Girl, The Tenderfoot, and You Said a Mouthful that same year. She made an appearance in the 1933 Warner Brothers musical picture 42nd Street, which received an Academy Award nomination and was adapted from the same titled book by Bradford Ropes. At the box office, the movie was a huge hit. She also made appearances in the comedic horror movies A Shriek in the Night, Don't Bet on Love, Sitting Pretty, and Rafter Romance in the early 1930s. In Ray Enright's musical comedy 20 Million Sweethearts, which was released in 1934. She portrayed Peggy Cornell. She also appeared in the films Change of Heart, Upper World, The Gay Divorcee, and Romance in Manhattan that same year. She appeared in the 1935 movie Roberta, although her part was uncredited. In the same year, she also acted as Dale Tremont in the American mystery comedy Star of Midnight in the film Top Hat. She played the lead role in the Oscar-winning 1940 movie Kitty Foyle, which was adapted from the same titled novel by Christopher Morley. She also appeared in the movies Lucky Partners and Primrose Path that same year. She made an appearance on November 27, 1942, in Leo McCarey's romantic comedy drama movie Once Upon a Honeymoon, which received an Academy Award nomination. She starred in Mitchell Layson's 1944 picture Lady in the Dark, which was nominated for an Academy Award. She also appeared in the William Dieterle movie I'll Be Seeing You that same year. She portrayed Irene Malvern in the 1945 comedy drama Weekend at the Waldorf, directed by Robert Z. Leonard. She appeared in Heartbeat and Magnificent Doll the year after the movie, which was a box office hit. She portrayed Victoria Stafford in the 1947 romantic comedy It Had to Be You, which was directed by Don Hartman and Rudolph Matt. The movie had a mediocre level of popularity, but its soundtrack became well known. She starred in the 1949 musical movie The Barclays of Broadway, which was nominated for an Academy Award, but received a mixed bag of reviews. She also had numerous TV appearances after the 1950s, including the critically acclaimed CBS drama anthology series, The DuPont Show with June Allison. She appeared on the television program, What's My Line? On CBS, there was a panel game show. She appeared on The Love Boat, Glitter, and Hotel, among other programs. She appeared in the Broadway production of Hello, Dolly in 1964. One of the popular musical productions of the year. It was adapted from Thornton Wilder's play The Matchmaker. Her final performance was in the fictionalized biographical drama movie Harlow, 1965, which was based on the life of American actress Jean Harlow. The movie didn't do well financially. She had 5 marriages. At the age of 17, Rogers wed her dancing partner Jack Pepper for the first time on March 29, 1929. They divorced in 1931 after separating shortly after the nuptials. Mervyn Leroy and Rogers had a relationship in 1932, but it terminated, and the two remained friends until Mervyn's passing in 1987. She wed actor Lou Ayres in 1934. 1908 to 96. 7 years later, they separated. Rogers wed her third husband, a U.S. citizen named Jack Briggs, in 1943. Marine. After serving in World War II, Briggs had no desire to continue his budding Hollywood career. They split up in 1949. She married Jacques Bergerac in 1953, a French actor who was 16 years her junior and whom she had met while visiting Paris. He was a French lawyer who moved to Hollywood with her and started acting. They split up in 1957. William Marshall, a filmmaker and producer, was her 6th and final husband. After his alcoholism problems and the financial collapse of their joint Jamaican film production firm, they got married in 1961 and divorced in 1969. Lucille Ball and Bette Davis, both actors, were lifetime friends of Rogers. Rogers starred in Wanda Tuchok's Finishing School, one of the earliest movies co-written, co-directed, and co-starring a woman. The birthplace of Ginger Rogers was declared a historic landmark property by the City of Independence, Missouri, in 1994. Ginger Rogers and her assistant, Roberta Olden, traveled to Independence, Missouri on July 16, 1994, to take part in the city's Ginger Rogers Day celebration. On July 16, 1911, Ginger was there as Mayor Ron Stewart unveiled a plaque commemorating her birthplace as a historic landmark property. This was one of her final public appearances, and she signed almost 2,000 signatures there. She starred in the hugely successful 1940 film Kitty Foyle, which brought in a staggering $2.385 million at the box office. In 1955, the movie received a second national release and was transformed for radio and television. She appeared in the popular 1964 Broadway production of Hello, Dolly, which was named Best Musical at the Tony Awards. In 2002, it was given a Grammy Hall of Fame induction, and 3 times on Broadway. In December 1992, the Kennedy Center gave Ginger Rogers a tribute. The fact that Astaire's widow, Robin Smith, was unable to reach an agreement with CBS television for the broadcast rights to the clips of Astaire dancing with Rogers somewhat marred this event, which was broadcast on television. Robin Smith had allowed clips of Astaire dancing with Rogers to be shown for free at the event itself. Rogers has a star at 6772 Hollywood Boulevard on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in recognition of her work in the film industry. For the movie Kitty Foyle, she won the Academy Award in 1941 for Best Actress in a Leading Role. She received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1960. In The Bridge of Madonna's 1990 song Vogue, 16 Golden Age Hollywood icons were mentioned, including Rogers. Gin, ginger, and mint are the main ingredients of the Ginger Rogers cocktail, which bears Rogers' name. Rogers did everything, Astaire did, backwards, and in high heels, is a line from a 1982, Frank and Ernest comic strip by Bob Thaves, that feminists often use to summarize women's potential for achievement. Backwards in High Heels, a musical based on the life of Rogers, made its debut in Florida in the beginning of 2007. Summers were spent in Medford, Oregon, and winters were spent in Rancho Mirage. On April 25, 1995, at the age of 83, she passed away, naturally in her Rancho Mirage home. Her remains were cremated and interred at Chatsworth, California's Oakwood Memorial Park Cemetery, with those of her mother, Lela Emmeguine.